So here we are in Japan, standing in front of another convenience versus a convenience. This is a what do you call this? Just escaped me. These are all over the place in Japan. Like you'll find, like this is on a main street, so this isn't very surprising. But they are all over the place. Vending machine, they're everywhere. Like you'll find them like in like neighborhoods. There'll be no stores anywhere around, like just like outside of an apartment or something like that. Yeah. Anyways, so this is Ian, and I'm in Fukuoka, Japan, and I've been living here for more than a year. And see the streets, they're like barren. This is like the COVID thing. And yeah, I don't know what to say. It's pretty mellow. It's kind of like a vacation. It's definitely a vacation for the kids. I'm chewing on a piece of gum. So, yeah, what's new? I don't know. Like they declared a state of emergency somewhere around the beginning of April. See the moon? Sometime around the beginning of April, and it's been like that. I don't know. Close the schools, probably similar to where you're at. It's not as extreme sounding as America. Some restaurants open. See, that one's open. But most bars and stuff are closed. Most people are staying off the streets. Yeah, I don't know. It's a little bit overblown, if you ask me. It's kind of a I don't know. Like, what were the numbers? 96% of the people who get it survive. So even if you get it, chances are you'll live. And who's dying? People who are out of shape, people who are fat, people who have it's a policeman. People, smokers. It's a respiratory thing. People with respiratory problems. So, yeah, I don't know anybody who got it, or had it, or died, or anything like that. So, yeah, if I did, then maybe I'd think a little bit differently. But just looking at the numbers, like, what they say, it's 5 times more dangerous than the flu. And the numbers are kind of similar, like, to the flu. Like, the amount of people infected with the flu compared to this is just a little bit more dangerous. So sometimes I do my shopping here. It's called Garota. Right now I'm going for a walk, and I've got it's my jiu-jitsu belt, but I'm going to use it to go practice solo uchikomi, which is like practicing a judo throw without a person. You can tie up the belt to like a pole, and do the first part of the throw. You can't throw because there's nothing to throw, but you can do the stepping. There's a lot of footwork and a different sort of grip for a different kind of throw in judo. So I'm gonna go do that. What else is new? I've been rehabbing my knee. I hurt my knee back in December. I tore my meniscus. It took a long time to heal. It's still healing. Like, I thought I was actually doing pretty good. Then I some position, put my leg up like that, and if I put too much pressure here, do some kind of weird popping thing, and then it's gonna hurt for a few days. And I did that the other day. So, like, I can deep squat and stuff like that, but certain weird positions. Anyways, here's another one. They're all over the place. And it's nice, it's quiet. So I guess that's one good thing about this COVID thing is like it's quiet. There's less pollution. That's like going on around the world, so maybe people can see the destruction that they're doing to nature and whatnot. And less pollution everywhere. China, less pollution. They could see that from the satellites. Maybe not so much now, I don't know. But it was for a while anyways. Here, like maybe 80% of the people wear masks. Adults everywhere that works wears a mask. Oh, they have these plastic. I don't know if they do this here. They put this up. All the supermarkets and stuff. They have like a plastic sheet up in front of the the person behind the counter. Like all the markets are doing that now. Most kids don't wear a mask. I don't usually wear a mask. Like they say, you could be asymptomatic. You could have it. Yeah. See the gorilla? There's a gorilla on the side of the building over there. Yeah, they say you could have it and spread it, so and not know it. So I guess that's a reason to wear a mask, but I don't know. How long is this gonna go on? Like the virus isn't just gonna like go away. It may decrease for a while, but that's a new thing, so people are freaked out. But yeah, I don't think it's gonna go away anytime soon. So it's gonna be the new normal, or become normal, or something. I don't know. Water's high right now. Like sometimes this river is like spotty, like you can see sand and stuff. I don't know if you guys can see anything or not, but it's a nice river. You can walk way down this way, or ride a bike way down here, like miles. And yeah, I don't know. Life's been a little boring for a few months. Of course, I had an injury, and then I didn't do any judo for like 3 months. And then as soon as I started up again, the coronavirus started. And then I haven't had any Japanese classes for a couple months, and I don't know, it's been really kind of thinking about what I'm doing in my life right now and what I'm gonna do here when my visa expires. I don't know, it's been lonely and kind of boring. Just gotta think about where I'm living, where I want to live. What do I want to be doing? I don't know. Yeah, Japan's like, I like Japan, but now I don't really like it that much. I don't really feel like there's any reason to be here at the moment. I can't learn Japanese. I can't practice judo. I suppose I couldn't practice judo anywhere else in the world, or in many other places in the world anyways, because of this COVID thing. I suspect maybe in a few weeks, like all the schools are closed. Schools have been closed for months. They say there's more like domestic violence now and stuff. More xenophobia because of the COVID thing. But actually, like they say, the xenophobia, like a lot of references to that towards Asians, like if you're in America. But I'm in Asia, and I'd say it's actually the opposite way. I've gotten some like, okay, here's the story. I was like, I've gotten this a few times. I've gotten a lot of screw faces lately. Like just my mere presence, like walking down the street. I've seen, yeah, this has happened, man, like a handful, easily a handful of times. And I'll be walking down the street, and everybody's like wearing their mask and whatnot. And they'll like take I'll see them screw face and take like a wide, what's the word? I want to say breast, but I'm not sure that's the word if I pick it up. They'll like a wide, like stay away from, like they're freaking out. Like they're thinking, oh, it's a foreigner. Like they think like a more, I don't know, more likely to have, the COVID virus or whatever, so they're acting that way. And I expect they wouldn't do the same if I wasn't Japanese. There's quite a bit. I mean, that's not really that. I would say I got another video I made many years ago. I interviewed a couple guys who were living here in Fukuoka who worked in a bar, or one of them owned a bar or something. I asked them if they thought Japan was foreign friendly, and they said they didn't. I don't think it really is either. I mean, it depends who you're talking about, but there's definitely like some xenophobia here, and there's definitely, it's all over the world. There's that mindset all over the world. I think it's just like more in some places than others. This is where we're gonna do our uchikome. I'll tie my belt up here. I mean, there's like xenophobia all over the world, to some extent. There's discrimination all over the world. It's kind of like a basic human, the more regional places, like where I grew up, it's the same thing. Like there are many people where I grew up in a tiny town or in rural New Hampshire, like a lot of rednecks there. If you're different, you're gonna get some shit, like that's where I grew up. So it's all over the world, and like I've learned that through traveling. It doesn't matter where you are, there's people like it. Doesn't matter, even if you're in freaking San Francisco, there's some people like that. But the numbers are different. Like San Francisco, for instance, like huge, is very politically correct. Lots of different kinds of people living there. Big gay population there and all that. Anyways, it just depends where you are, but there's that all over the world, xenophobia. So here in Japan right now, there's more, which is kind of funny because they say, so it just depends where you are. So maybe this COVID thing is like magnifying some things, and that's one of them. Like if you're in America, there's some people that are like, whoa, if you're Chinese or, well, to some Americans, it doesn't matter if you're Chinese or Japanese or Malaysian or Korean, they're all the same, That's what they think, some people. So then there's this fear, they'd say what was that thing, the Kung Flu thing? Like that's what that is. So, but here in Japan, it happens the other way around too. So, like, if you're not Japanese, then you'll probably get some xenophobia, get some discrimination, some prejudice. It's just, yeah, it's like rule New Hampshire or rule wherever you're from. Anyways, my name's Ian, and I'm reaching out from Fukuoka, Japan. I'm gonna practice some uchikomi and go for a walk. Hope you have a good night and have a good one. Take care, practice good health, and you'll be okay. Bye bye.